Hi guys, this is Akshay here. I'm currently the co-founder and CTO at Merge Intern. Previously, I was the founder and CEO of AVM IT Solutions, where we used to deliver websites and mobile apps to hundreds of clients across the globe. I've trained more than 4,000 students on various emerging technologies like Python, machine learning, web development. So let's just start today's session. Let's not waste any more time. Are you all able to see the screen?
Yes, sir, we are able to see the screen.
Awesome. So, coming to the point of resume, why is a resume required and why do actually companies need to know about your resume? And does it really matter when you join a company? And what should actually be in a resume? So, these things we will all cover. And how do you market yourself using your resume? This is very important in today's world. So, Merge Intern is an AI based platform for tech internships. So, if you are interested to get a tech internship, so you have to take an assessment of what you want to intern on, and then you would be able to apply for those companies. So, this is about Merge Intern. So, today we will be covering these points. Is resume important and ingredients, that is, what needs to be there in a resume. So, and what is couple of points which usually people students confuse, right? So, coming to the first point, why is resume really important? So, in today's world, most of the colleges have very less placements. So, in your college, which are the companies that actually come for placement? You can let me know in the chat as well. Feel free to unmute your mic and let me know also. Okay, Infosys, Persistent, Wipro, Geo, LTI. Okay. Out of these companies, 80% of them are the mass hiring companies, right? Like TCS, Accenture, Wipro, Cognizant. But why don't startups or mid level companies come to colleges to hire? They also pay almost the same salaries, right? It is because most of the students are not aware of what is happening in today's world. Nowadays, along with your resume, you guys also need to build your brand. Every one of you have a brand of yourselves already. It depends on you guys how good you make your brand. Let's say to check your brand, you can just Google your name, and what comes up there is your brand. Nowadays, you can see that Google or Microsoft do not go to tier 2, tier 3, or tier 4 colleges. They only go to tier 1 colleges, IITs and IITs. But still, Students from tier 2, tier 3, or tier 4 colleges also get into Microsoft or Google or these kind of top companies, Visa, MasterCard. How is that even possible? It's because these students showcase themselves outside in the social media platforms and share their knowledge. So let's see, what are the ingredients that needs to be there while drafting your resume. First is resume defines you. What are you? What are you doing? What have you learned? Everything should be mentioned in a resume. So the HR or the person who is employing you needs to understand what projects you have done, what research papers have you published, what are your achievements, every single thing. How is your creativity? Have you done anything outside college? What are your hobbies? Many such things would be understood through your resume. So, well, let's say if you are selected for the placement, it also provides your contact information so that the HR can contact you later on. So these are certain pointers that needs to be mentioned in a resume. First is you have to find a suitable template. It can either be, let's say, through Canva or these kind of websites, or you can either go to resumebuilder.com. Or there are so many websites that are available on Google. Nowadays, when we also go to campus for hiring, we see that most of the colleges provide a template which is 10-15 years old template. Do not actually follow that. Most of the things are not at all required in that. After that, you have to just provide your basic information like your name, email ID. Most of the times, do not send your contact number as well in the resume. It is not required. If at all a company wants to contact you, allow them to contact you through your email. Sometimes there are lots of companies who just provide or are opening on social media platforms just for the sake to get your details. We've also seen that. After that, mention a career objective. Why do you want to actually intern in that or work in that company? Do not copy this from Google. 95% of the students copy this from Google and they are rejected right away there. The reason why this is asked is because have you researched about the company? What do you know actually in that company? And how do you want to contribute to that company? Always remember this point that a company hires a person to solve its problems. Let's say a company's website is not good, they hire a web developer. A company needs some more workforce on the Android app, they hire an Android app developer, right? So make sure that your career objective is right and it should match with the company. Next comes your skill sets. Always mention the skill sets that are required for that company alone. Let's say you're applying for a web developer and you put mostly app developing skill sets. It does not link with the job, right? Always make a tailor made resume. This is very much important. Okay, so sorry for this. It's LinkedIn. Your portfolio link should always be there. That is LinkedIn, GitHub, and website. Nowadays, most of the companies do not even take your resume. They just take your portfolio website and the GitHub link. By the GitHub link, they understand what kind of projects you have done and how good are you in doing a project. They can even judge you on how much experience you have by how you write the code as well. It is very much important if you are going into the tech field to have your own portfolio website. After this comes your work experience. Have you done any past internships? In which company have you done? Have you, let's say, if you are an experienced jobs, or and mention what numbers have you brought to that company while doing an internship. Let's say you have built a website. How many users were there in that website? Numbers matter because companies judge you on how scaled website have you built. Let's say if you have built a backend which consisted of, let's say, 10,000 users, this gives a company a hope that this person can actually scale our company too, right? So these are the things which you guys have to mandatorily do. Certifications. Do not mention the certifications like Coursera, Udemy. Mention the certifications where there was a, an invigilator and person is actually, let's say, correcting your paper. Let's say CCNA or many such kind of certifications are to be mentioned. Do not mention these kind of Udemy or Coursera certifications. They're not actually certifications. Then comes your research papers or publications. Have you published any research papers? IEEE, many such publications. And if you have won any hackathons or any awards from your college or any place. So these things have to be mentioned. Always mention what all things you mention in a resume should be in this font, Times New Roman or Calibri. So the reason why this is done is because certain companies have ATS systems. What is ATS system? Applicant tracking system. Okay. So in that applicant tracking system, certain fonts are only allowed. Okay. So which companies follow them? These mass hiring companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, all of these have ATS systems. The main reason of using this is to filter out candidates. They use certain keywords. Let's say if they are hiring for a web developer, there are certain keywords that are there or certain languages which the student should know, and that should be mentioned in the resume. If at all they do not find these keywords, your resume is rejected right away. It would not even go to the HR. The reason is because that lakhs of people apply to these companies and you can't have the HR to view all the lakhs of resumes, right? That is why ATS system is there. Never have your resume in a locked format. So this gives a very big bad impression to the recruiter and he would reject your resume right away. So just a sneak peek onto certain good resume. I'll just give you a minute, guys, to just view it. Okay. So any doubts still here? Feel free to ask. Do not hesitate.
Sir, good morning.
Yes, Kaushik.
Sir, actually, I want to ask about the Coursera certifications. So,
Hmm.
as you said, they are not valid. So,
Yes.
why they are not valid? Because uh, they are provided by the corresponding universities like Yale or Carnegie Mellon, like that.
Hmm. See, they provide that, but the thing is, if you let's say just want a Coursera certification, you can just like press next, 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 and then finish the course, right? So, what is the valid proof that you have that knowledge?
Okay, but the company to which I am showing that certificate, they can cross check or they can ask me the questions directly uh, on the uh, on the base that the certificate.
Do you think they would have so much of time to do it?
Oh, right. That's the main point. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Thank you.
it's just that it is what you have done or what knowledge you have. So you're just showing that in a certification for which they would not have so much of time. Right?
Okay. Yes. Yes. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Hello, Akshay. Good morning.
Good morning, Anmol.
Yeah, does CGPA really matter in mass recruiting companies?
CGPA, yes, it does matter in these kind of companies because they use this to filter candidates. But nowadays, in startups and mid level companies, it does not actually matter. Only the talent matters, or the knowledge which you have. That is what does matter there. Because nowadays, it there's a quote that there are lots of developers in the market, but very few good developers. Most of the students by heart the codes, right? So this is a very big problem currently in the corporate world, right? To find good developers, it's very difficult. So there are lots of openings available in almost all the companies, but to get developers is very difficult. So nowadays they don't even check your CGPA. So if you have the current skill sets, they hire you.
Thank you, Akshay.
Hello, sir. I had a doubt.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Sir,
Hi
so
Shivam.
is it okay to have a resume of more than one page?
For freshers, you should never exceed a page. It should always be within a page.
Okay. And so, sir, can I partition the page into two parts, like left
You
and right?
you can do that.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
But always, what do you want to show the recruiter? What good things you have done? Let's say if you have done tons of projects, so make sure that you show it in the top.
Okay. Okay. Huh. Okay. Got it. So the best near the top, and the rest will go to the bottom.
Correct.
Thank you, sir.
So if you want to make your portfolio website, you can do it on Wix also, but I would not recommend this. I would recommend you to hard code your website because that will also give a good impression. But let's say if you're not into coding and if you're into, let's say, other fields, so you can do it on Wix also.
Sir, I had another doubt actually.
Yes.
Sir, so is it like is it does it give any advantage to use maybe latex to design your resume, or like should we keep it easy and just use Google Docs or something like that?
Don't do it in a word format. Always do it in a PDF. Okay, that is one thing. And next thing is make sure that you show it beautifully to the recruiter. Do not just have it plain.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put too much of content. Make it only what is required for that recruiter to know. Don't put every single thing what you have done. That's
Okay,
what
okay,
I
got
told. Like,
it.
make a tailor made
Mm-hmm.
resume for every recruiter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got it.
So, as you just asked, on how many pages should be there in a resume. So, these are the points which usually students have a confusion on. Always your resume should be one pager. So, adding your address is not actually important when the company is actually hiring you, or when they give you the offer letter, they will ask you to put your address there. So, once you are hired, you definitely have to put your address. So, do not add it in your resume. And your picture, it totally depends on you whether you want to add your picture or not, but make sure that it is very small and keep it in the top left. Do not write that I hereby declare that all these things are true, then your name. Do not do that. Don't mention your parents' name, where they stay, where they work. This is not actually required for a recruiter. Mention what is actually required: your projects, your skill sets, your education, that's your qualification, and your achievements, right? So, and your portfolio links. Always hyperlink your portfolios. Okay, so that should always be in the top below your name, your portfolio links, and hyperlink it. So when a person clicks on it, it should redirect to your portfolio. So don't use bullet points and don't write too much of content. Always have it very short and interesting. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask them. I've not put too many points on the PPT, just that I just want it to be an interactive session. Guys, do you have any doubts?
Sir, I had a doubt.
Yes.
So is it okay to use a really small font to like include more details, or like should we just leave out some details for a clean resume?
I would say have less details and more valid details actually. So I'll tell you one other interesting insight. So HRs take about 6 seconds to know whether your resume is good or bad. Okay. So you have to impress your recruiter in less than 6 seconds. So check out that before giving your resume.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ajinkya.
Sir, I have a question that should I include my projects on the top means before my CGPA if it is not good? That
Yes, definitely you can do it. See, let's say small size, as I told you that small companies or medium level companies, they mainly look on to what kind of projects you have done. Okay. So whether the projects that you have done is relevant for that company, and what technologies did you use in that in the project, and how many users do you have in that project.
okay, sir. So, sir, there is no particular order that we have to follow to include
There-
our details.
there's no particular order for that. It's just that how do you want to showcase yourself to the recruiter? That's it. So what good you have done, or which is the best thing that you think that you have done, should be shown at the top. I would always suggest everyone to show your projects at the first, and then comes your education qualification, and then comes your achievements or research papers. After that comes your hobbies or anything that you want to showcase, certifications.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, there is one more question. Arohi wants to know, is it necessary to mention the source of certification?
If it is a very good certification, definitely the source of the certification is required. So, and also, if at all it is verified, please mention the verified link also, so that the
Oh,
recruiter, if at all they want to see from where you've got the certificate, it would be required. I would say, rather than just certification, what have you learned and what did you do after the certification? If you mention that, that would be even more better. So nowadays, I see that a lot of students, they just do a Udemy course or a Coursera course and then put it up on LinkedIn saying that they're a machine learning engineer or data scientist. This is not true. And guys, there's just a huge buzz around in the market that there are lots of jobs in data science, machine learning. Do not actually go to that field at the moment. There are no jobs for freshers, to be very honest. I've seen researchers at triple IT, IITs struggling to get jobs in those fields. Okay, so first concentrate. I would always say to go into web development. There are tons of jobs in web development because every company or every startup needs a website, right? So they would always hire a web developer first. After that, it's only the large companies who have openings in machine learning, data science. So always do not go to those fields at the beginning only, seeing just the hype that is there in the social media. See how many opportunities are there where you can fit into and then go there.
Mr. Akshay, I had one query.
Yes, Atharva.
Yeah, so you talked about these ATS applicant tracking systems.
Hmm.
Could you expand a little bit more on what parts might get filtered out and what parts are essential for the ATS?
Okay, so it actually depends on companies to companies. So different companies have different ATS systems, and for different job roles, they have different ATS systems. Okay, so let's say for freshers, they have different kinds. So ATS is basically to filter out candidates. Okay, so how do you filter out candidates if they are not relevant to your job role? So check what the job role is and what are the languages or technologies that are required by the company. Mention those in your resume. So if at all you know them, mention them. Okay, so then that would easily get you in.
Right, I got it. If I so there's this one thing that I read about ATS. If
Mhm.
you there's a problem with line breaks, then there's a problem with horizontal lines and all these things that that don't go well with the tracking systems. So can you expand a little bit more on what these things are and what we need to avoid in our resumes?
See, it does not have much for freshers. Okay, it is only mainly for those who are 5+ years of experience. For freshers, it is only the font and technology skill sets. Okay, only these three main are considered for freshers. And I'll give you guys another number that more than 95% of students in India do not know how to write a resume. So that is the reason why people don't much concentrate on freshers. Like in the ATS also, it is very simple. But if you go on deeper, then like for experience roles, they check many things. You can always go to online websites to build your resume. That is very easy and they give you a very good UI as well.
Right. So just one last thing.
Mhm.
Uh, for example, if I apply to Google right now,
Yes.
Google gets tons of applications from
Mhm.
people all around the world. So
Correct.
they should be using an applicant tracking system, right? So
Correct.
what? And first of all, they aren't a mass recruiting company. So
Correct.
how do they implement that?
See, Google also, after you give, they don't have such big applicant tracking system, although they see more on the coding part, for if it is for coding. Okay. And for other roles, they have very less openings or they source it from some other place. Google does not hire directly for other roles. It's only mainly for coding they hire. For other roles, you can see that people working in Google, they write directly on their LinkedIn profile that Google via Wipro, right? So for coding, like for IT sector, coding is the main round there at Google. They have like 4 5 rounds, I guess, for coding, and that is what they filter out candidates in. See, actually, ATS in India is very difficult because sometimes companies always remember that they might reject the quality candidates also for that company, right? So that's why they don't keep it very strict. So because as I told you that 95% of the students do not actually know how to write a resume. So with these numbers in mind, even companies also have a fear that if their tracking system, if they keep it very rigid, so they might lose out quality candidates.
Right, got it. Thank you.
Sir, I
Sir,
had another
once.
doubt. Okay, I'll ask then you ask.
Okay,
Sir,
so sir.
yeah, go ahead, Ajinkya, go ahead.
Okay, no problem. So, sir, I have a small doubt that, like, when we are going for the first time, like applying for internships or for the company jobs interviews, so we have means projects like when we are learning from some tutorial from Coursera, Udemy, or YouTube, we are practicing it. So that project can be included in our resume.
Okay, I'll tell you. So just by looking at what is the project name and what you have done in the project, recruiters will definitely know whether this is an online made project or whether you have done that project. Okay, because they see thousands of resumes every week. All right. So if you see all the projects that are there online or YouTube, you know that there are only 5 to 10 projects or maximum 15 projects. Everyone copies the same project, but writes it with a different UI.
Okay, sir.
So always you can just, let's say, what problem you're facing right now, just convert that into a project. Most of them would have the same problem, right? So let's say if you're facing problem for attendance issue or something, just giving a small idea. So you can do a project on that and probably ask all your classmates to use it.
Okay, sir. Yes.
So, sir, my doubt was, sir, how will the resume differ for a person who is applying for a job and a person who is uh, trying to pursue masters in a foreign country?
Okay, so this is a very interesting question. So that is two different things. Okay, applying for a job and applying for masters. So check what the, see, there are different things while applying for masters. Okay, so different universities have different requirements or they focus on different fields. For every university use a different, let's say, a resume, you would say.
Okay,
To
so
give you a very
we are
insight.
specific. uh,
Yeah.
uh, go ahead, sir.
So certain universities like in Singapore, US, they get more than 3,000 applications and like per student basis. So out of 3,000, one is selected. Why is that only one guy is selected and what makes him different from the others? So different universities, they focus on different fields. Like let's say one university focuses on research, another university focuses on entrepreneurship, a certain other university focuses on some other thing. Okay, so check what the university requires from you and
Okay.
how would it be beneficial if you get selected in that university, right? So to give you an example of Sundar Pichai, right? He was from IIT Kharagpur. So
Huh.
IIT Kharagpur got like increased its brand after Sundar Pichai became the CEO of Google, right? Everyone got to know that he was from IIT Kharagpur. Now, the same way that its rank also got increased. Now, if they select you, how will it be beneficial for the university? What good thing will you do? You have to prove it in your resume.
Okay.
So, check what the university is into. So, let's say if the university is into research, so focus on research. So you have to actually impress the university, saying that if they take in you, so you would be doing laurels after your master and give good name to the university later on.
So let's suppose I am applying to a university who focus in research. So I won't be mentioning my projects like maybe a simple classification project in machine learning. I won't be mentioning that, right? Because it does not uh, give anything to them. Like it's
Correct.
not beneficial for them. Okay, got it. Thank you, sir.
So there was one more question. So, do event certificates matter? Like, if I have attended a large conference or something, so should I put it in my resume?
Never do that. This would always give a bad impression to the recruiter. E-
Okay, sir. Thank you.
See, event certifications never matter to a recruiter. How would it be beneficial for the recruiter? You have to always think in their shoes. You attend tons of events, so how would it get more value to you, right? So you have to think about these things as well.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Any other questions?
Hello, sir. Good morning. I wanted to ask, am I audible?
Yes, Shruti. Good morning.
I wanted to ask that, like, what kind of certifications then do have weightage in the industry?
As I told you, right? So certifications who actually like where people correct your paper and then give it to you. So these kind of certifications actually matter. The most one that are considered are the cloud certifications. Sometimes they have a good weightage, or the Cisco certifications, right? Where you have to study and then clear the exam to get the certificate. Only these kind of things matter.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Certifications which do not matter are where you just click like press the next button and then get the certificate. These things never matter.
Okay, thank you.
So I would rather say, rather than just having a resume, so you also should have a good social media profile, which Dheeraj would next mention in the next talk as well. So I would leave that topic to him.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. So, if you all have any other questions, I'll be waiting for a minute. Feel free to unmute yourself and please do ask your doubts. Okay, so I think all the questions and doubts are covered. So thank you so much, Akshay sir, and thank you so much for giving such a presentation and clearing everybody's doubt. So guys, we'll be circulating an attendance form. So please do fill it to confirm your attendance and in order to receive your certificate. So don't forget that. So moving ahead, I'd like to invite our second esteemed speaker, Mr. Dheeraj Mehendiretta. So Mr. Dheeraj is the founder and CEO of Merge Intern. He is the financial analyst at Genpact. He is also managing investments at TAN Advisors. He has worked in edtech and health tech sector. He has also mentored various startups with state government startups that of Punjab, Haryana, and Himachal Pradesh. So let us get started. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. So first of all, good morning to everyone. Thank you, Akshay, for giving me some time to do the breakfast. Your session was amazing.
So just a minute. So thank you guys, and feel free to drop in your resume to me if at all you want to get get to know like if you have to do any changes, so that you can DM me on LinkedIn as well. And thank you guys for the amazing session. Over to you, Dheeraj.
Thank you. So, are we interacting on the chat, or we can even interact? You guys can unmute yourself and can interact with me. What's the best way? Rasika, can you please guide me? How would everyone be interacting?
Sir, people can unmute themselves. It will be better, I think.
Okay, I think this should not be like an event where you are just feeling bored. I think you must get something from here that you only will get if you unmute yourself and interact with me. Please do not hesitate. Do not feel awkward. Okay, any question I believe is an intelligent question. There is no such thing as dumb question, right? So I'll just start with the session. Just a second. Let me find my PPT. Is everybody able to see my screen?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. So there are many points which were very brilliantly discussed in the previous session, and many of you asked doubts, which I believe were very valid questions, were very intelligent questions, right? So those things I always wanted to just before starting this session, these things that I wanted to discuss about the certificates that you all were discussing previously. A lot of students come to us every day. Let's say we conducted this event this Dev Colloquium 2020, and a lot of students are asking, uh, will you be providing certificate? Will you be providing certificate? I actually requested them that your first question should be what I will get out of this event, not the certificate. Because see, it's like attending a marriage, right? Attending some function. You do not ask a certificate for attending a function, right? You only take certificates or ask for certificates where you have worked, where you have given some input. That can be a job, an internship, or a project, right? That can be even some NGO in which you have worked and given worked as a volunteer, right? So do not run behind certificates. Actually, यहाँ एक मूवी का डायलॉग मैं थोड़ा सा मिक्स करना चाहूंगा. Run behind the perfection, run behind the learning, right? Certificates won't matter, because even we have reached here not because of certificates. If I talk about the certificates, I do not possess even a single certificate for anything, not even my graduate certificate. It's that all the learnings that we have done, right? So please keep this thing in mind. Make yourself so good in learning, understanding, upgrading, and sharing. Yeah, that is also very important. That's how people get to know what you are up to, how good you are, right? So these are few things which you must keep in mind. So my session's name is Be Seen to Get Hired. You are doing good, you are a good coder, you are a good let's say in your studies, or the thing you want to make career in, or maybe even if you are not sure about your career, you are good in expressing yourself, right? Then that is the most important thing, to be seen by people, right? You can speak good, you can share information good, which will be helpful for tons of people, right? Uh, that is something that should come out of you so that other people get to know you. So this is what session is about: be seen to get hired, LinkedIn, personal branding, and networking. So about me, I'm Dheeraj, founder and CEO of Merge Intern. I started my career with Genpact as a financial analyst. Post that, I made 2 startups in health tech and edtech. I failed, and after that, I took a job at an investment firm where I was managing investments into the startups. And I have also mentored various startups with various state governments like Punjab, Haryana, Himachal, and Delhi government as well. So I've been to a lot of colleges where I have interacted with thousands of students, those who want to become entrepreneur, those who are still confused about what to do with their career. And one thing which I found common, everybody is trying to get a job in LinkedIn, in Google, in Microsoft, in Amazon, right? I mean, million of people pass out every day, sorry, every year, and everybody wants to get a job into the Google. So how this is going to work? Google doesn't hire million of people. So, and the whole success quotient is not only working in the Google. There are many other things in which you can make yourself perfect, right? Many a people have found their career just by being a good YouTuber. Who would have thought 10, 12 years back that being a YouTuber can get you in so much heights, can make a career out, you can make a career out of it, right? So there are, social media actually gives us a lot of tools to make a career in a shape, in a way in which we wanted, right? So let's start. Let's explore what we can get out of this. The whole questions which come to mind: are you ready for the world post COVID era? This is the times where all the people in their settled jobs had to leave their jobs. All the freshers are in a dilemma. What would happen in next 2 3 years? Would they be getting jobs? If yes, would they be getting good jobs for which they have prepared for last 3 4 5 years with so many dreams in their eyes? So this is how this question came to my mind: why everybody is running behind Google, Microsoft, and Amazon, right? Even working in a small company and building your profile in a good way can be helpful to your career, right? You never know. You have joined some small startup, you work so hard, you, the startup becomes something and you achieve something, and ultimately you are going to Google, not in first year, maybe in 3 years, maybe in 4 years. There are many things, there are many aspects which you have to keep in mind while, let's say, at this point of time, one must not live in the dreams. They must live in the reality and figure out what steps need to be taken. Small things which are in your hand can be really helpful in shaping your career, right? You cannot go out and meet people and go out and give interviews by going inside the companies. This whole remote era has given a lot of opportunities. मतलब छीनने से ज्यादा इस एरा ने चीजें दी हैं, समझाई हैं, what things can be done. अब हमारे पास learnings के लिए we have a lot of time. Okay, so this is the question, always keep in mind, at least for further 2 3 years, are we ready for the world post COVID era? उसके बाद जो कंपटीशन आने वाला है, जो आ चुका है, जो shortage of jobs हैं, how we have to cope up with that. This will give you a reality check. You don't have to be depressive about it. You just have to be in a state of mind which actually prepares you for the future, right? Okay. There's a question which I want to ask every one of you. Maybe you can unmute your mic and tell me, or maybe you can drop in a message on the chat box. Okay. Which social media do you use more? Please. Instagram. Okay. Instagram. Next,
Instagram,
please.
sir.
Okay. Instagram. Oh my God. Only Insta models are there. Insta influencers are there. Okay. One person read it, one Twitter. Okay. Okay. Please go ahead. Insta, Snapchat. Okay. Instagram, YouTube, Instagram. Clearly, Insta is the winner here. MySpace. Oh, MySpace. Okay. You must also be using Orkut then. Okay, next, please. MySpace is the last person. Okay. I do not deny the importance of any social media. Okay. It's which can be helpful for your career. If you want to become a blogger, if you want to sell things, luckily in last update, Facebook has also given this update for creating a cart sort of thing on Instagram, right? Instagram can be helpful you in that sense, right? But here you are worried about your career. The reason you are here in this session is because you are worried about your career, or maybe attendance, some of you. So point is that which social media is here helpful to you? Not Insta, but LinkedIn, right? Many recruiters, many industry experts, professionals, many, not all experts and professionals are there. You can find them there. So that is not an option anymore. LinkedIn is not an option anymore. It is essential part of your career building process. You must give, I'll say, just half an hour out of your 24 hours to LinkedIn. You will see the difference, how important it is for you once you step ahead in your life, when you step ahead in your career. In a lot of events, even till now, many people nowadays do not ask for our cards, for our business cards or anything. They just say, can you please share your social media profile? Here by social media they mean LinkedIn profile. That is our visiting card nowadays. They judge us, they get to know about us from that, what kind of person we are. So it's like your visiting card you are carrying everywhere. Okay, so this is why, this is how LinkedIn is important. Okay, if you want to become a blogger, I'll say Insta is best. If you want to sell things, open a mini store, e-store, then Insta is best. Even we are running our merch page on Insta, right? That to share with students. Okay, uh, but to share our few things with the industry professionals, we are also there on LinkedIn, right? And we have always kept two things, that there are different kind of audience which sit on both the platforms. So content and everything that we are sharing must be according to that for both the audience. Okay, so this is something you must keep in mind. Why LinkedIn? Okay, why LinkedIn? It's a tool to create a personal branding, to build a network of professionals, of industry experts, right? So LinkedIn here is all about your career. Instagram and other social media are more about the fun, entertainment, following your singers, following your players, or um, it's not more of a sense for a student to spend much time on Insta for professional purposes. Okay, so this is where LinkedIn comes in. So why personal branding? What is personal branding? Do you know these two gentlemen? Can I have their names, please? Can I have their names? Let me show their faces again. Can we have their names, please? Okay. Okay. Who's the other gentleman? Oh. Nicholas Tesla. Okay. 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 So you all know him, right? Their company's name? Both of their company's name? Okay. So this is what personal branding is. But Archit, PayPal thing has gone. There's a long story about that. Okay, these people are called. Alan is basically was a part of PayPal mafia. So there's a lot of a different story and a thing, which I'll definitely tell you someday, maybe next session when we do with your college. Okay, guys. Okay. I got to know you all know the companies, right? So these faces are not known by their companies. Their companies are known by them, right? This is what personal branding is. This is basically a very popular example which I have taken. There can be some people in your institutions or around you which are known for something which they do best, right? Maybe some popular YouTuber. Let's say in your college, there's some guy who has, let's say, only 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, but still is doing good videos out in your whole community or in your whole class, right? You will know that guy by the things he been doing. Okay, the guy who can be a good singer out of you. Okay, he sings well, so that singing is his branding. Okay, when he's not in the room, everybody talks about his singing, whether good or bad, but that's his personal branding. That's her personal branding, that she can be, some girl can be a good speaker. Okay, she can she takes part in debates and everything. So that's your personal branding. So this brings us to a question: how you are being perceived by the world around you. Okay, when you are not in the room, how people recognize you or how people talk about you. This person makes good YouTube videos, this person is a good speaker, this person is a good coder. Okay, uh, your qualities. Okay, so here I'm saying that your social profile must also represent that who you are, who you really are. And here, if I talk about here, if I use the word social media, that clearly means LinkedIn. Okay, what kind of person are you? LinkedIn is already very noisy. Okay, lot of people sharing different stories, sharing spammed content. Okay, so in that world you have to make yourself seen. Okay, and that thing is not just for the purpose where you are just sharing stuff and not getting out of it. Who knows, you are meeting with someone or you are connected with someone who can be your future boss, who can help you in getting a job. Okay, so there are many things in that world. When you are stepping in, take care of those things. In every step there's an opportunity. Whether you get it or not, that entirely depends upon you, but you have to give your efforts. Okay, that's the power of LinkedIn. So, Akshay, my co founder, and I, we met through LinkedIn. Okay. I have not personally met my co founder till now, and it's been 6 months we have founded the company. I am sitting in Punjab, he is sitting in Bangalore. Okay. So, we founded the company, we met through LinkedIn, through some common mutual connections. We shared our ideas and we started the company. This is the power of LinkedIn. Okay, so this is, you must get a full utilization of this platform. So there are some do's and don'ts of LinkedIn which must be taken care of. So one thing is, do update your profile headline. One thing, when someone comes to checks your profile, what first thing they see is your header, profile header. Okay, uh, from that, person generally perceives you, what kind of personality you are. There are two type of things, that is the professional profile picture. Next thing is your profile picture. Sorry, I think I missed a point. I think I missed a point. Okay, so we were talking about the header. I'm really sorry for skipping this part, the previous part. I'll come back to it. So the header is something which really defines your personality. Okay, there are two type of bios which one can create. One, this one here is a very well curated bio by one of our teammate. He says he's a backend developer at Merge, data science learner, DSC core member. Okay, these things are more than enough. Here's my bio which says job. What kind of job, what I am doing? Okay, that is not clear. There's one more thing. These are do's and don'ts, but then there's a overdo of the profiling. Okay, many a people, many a students, what they write in their profile, let's say backend developer, data science learner, machine learning enthusiast, DSC core member, 5 6 things about themselves. Do you think that anybody would be impressed by that if you do overdo of your profile? I know you are a student in your third year. Okay, you can be good in something, but you have mentioned 10 things in your header. I would clearly perceive you as a fake personality. Okay, you are overdoing of the things. Nobody can be this having this achievements. Okay, even persons who have spent their life making businesses, doing jobs in a bigger companies, they won't be writing their profiles this big. So this clear 2 3 things are more than enough to make anything perceive genuinity of, about genuinity of your profile. Okay, so coming back to this profile, then this part, then is the professional profile picture. That is very important for every girl and boy. This is kind of profile picture that you must put on your LinkedIn. Many students Not even students, many people with whom I sometimes get connected are using casual profile pictures. It's a big no. It's a really a big no. Like I said, this is a treasure. This is a treasure chest of opportunities. And if you are doing these silly mistakes, you are killing your chances by yourself. Okay. You are definitely killing your chances by yourself. This is something which I tell to everybody. It's not Facebook. Don't make it one. Why? So first, casual profile picture. It's a big no. It's a big no, no, no. Okay. Thing is posting spam content. LinkedIn is not about getting likes and comments on your posts. Okay, in the race of that, many people just take the spam content. Let's say some video which is viral on YouTube. They just post it here in a race to get likes and comment from people. Okay, copy pasting the content and sharing it. You will definitely get likes and shares, but that is not going to bring any value to you, right? The kind of content you be putting, you be attracting the same kind of audience, not the one who sees real value in you. If you are posting a video which is a viral video on YouTube or on Facebook or anywhere, and I have seen that everybody is doing that, and if you put it on your LinkedIn profile, chances are I will unfollow you immediately, because you are spamming my whole news feed. And if you are posting good content, I might follow you regularly. Okay, even if I don't like or comment your post, if I find a real value, I would always find an opportunity to interact with you. Okay, in this case I might be interested in working with you. Okay, hey, are you willing to do any internship? Why don't you join us? Because I regularly follow you. Okay, and I see your posts are very good. You are sharing the content which is really helpful for a lot of people out there. Okay, that is very important. So it's not Facebook. Don't make it one. Okay, so the content thing which I told you, what kind of content you must uh, post? You must put about your experiences. Okay, about the facts and figures about something, about news. One thing which is a global concern is the spam content and the fake news. Okay, for example, let's say last yesterday I received I saw this post somewhere that again lockdown is starting in few cities. It has started in Delhi. Someone posted it on LinkedIn. Okay, so I got worried. I got really worried at that time that okay, lockdown is starting in Delhi. I have to go there in 2 days. What will I do? I just checked the internet. I just checked the news that there was no such news. Okay, I went back to LinkedIn and immediately unfollowed that person. I said, okay, I want to get rid of you. I don't want to follow you anymore. Okay. There is a kid who is in first year. There's a kid who is in, not a kid actually. There's a person who is in first year. There's a person who is in 12th. There are two profiles. I won't take their names. They actually post the content about web development. They post the content about the projects they are trying their hands on. They are posting things about they don't understand. Sometimes very basic questions. Okay, sometimes very basic questions about HTML. They put questions or learnings about them. Still, it can be foolish for some people that why this person is posting the things which are irrelevant, which are irrelevant for like for a good coder who already knows so much about HTML. Why still this person is posting this? That person is sharing his learning. Okay, everybody who is starting a career in web development, that thing can really be helpful for that person. Okay, so usefulness of your content really makes the difference. People connected with you are actually seeing you, are actually perceiving things about you. Like I said, since the beginning of this presentation, it's upon you how you want to make them perceive about you. Okay. Okay, next thing. We are uh, looking for a job. Okay, everybody here is looking for a job. They found a person who's working in Google or maybe in some XYZ company. They send a request to them. In first message drop to them, hey, can I get a job in your company? Can you help me in getting job? Can you please give me reference? Who would do that for you? They don't even know you. You have just sent them request and have overwhelmed them with your requests, with your silly requests. Okay, so this whole social media is about building relations first. Let them know you first. Okay, if you come to me now and just ask me, hey, can you please give me a job or give me an internship in Merge, even though I have just done this session in your college and you give me reference, I still be thinking 10 times before hiring you, because I don't know you personally. I don't know you, what you do personally. Here means you are not connected with me on social media. Even if you do, I don't see your posts. I don't see your interactions. I have never interacted with you. I don't know what you do. Even if you tell me that, okay, I have done 5 projects, it will take me some time to know about you. Okay, so it's all about building good relations first. So I got my job in that the Angel Network, TAN Advisors, where in my last job, I got this job after failing 2 startups. How I got this job? Through LinkedIn. So this investor, who's actually my currently my mentor, okay, who's mentoring me in current startup, and also my ex boss, I met them through LinkedIn. Okay, so I saw that this person is running this investment firm. Okay, I sent them a request 2 3 years back. uh, uh, just we had a little interaction on some posts. Okay, he posted something about some investment in their new portfolio company. I congratulated them and I knew 2 3 things about that industry. I shared there. So next time I posted something relevant, they commented on it. This is where everything starts. Okay, commenting is not about just entertaining the person. This is the person who has come to interact on your post is actually liking your content and have extended their hands to build a relation. So after that, I went to their DM and messaged them, sir, you are doing a good job. So I was seeing that you have invested in these many startups. So this is the industry that you are basically putting your money in. So I am working in this industry, or I have failed. At that time, I was in my second startup. So I'm working in this industry, health tech industry. What do you think would be the future of e-pharma, of online medicines? So we shared a few words. Okay. After that, he said, okay, this is my number. Why don't you give me your number? We'll exchange words on call. That was another step in building relation. Okay. This is not the case whole time. 99% of the time, people ignore you, but that 1% you can only achieve if you would have tried the rest 99%. Okay. That number can be 4%, 5%, even 10%. Uh, but at that time, I was doing nothing on my post. I was a very amateur in using LinkedIn, but somehow I kept trying and came in touch with this person. Who knew that little interaction would give me a job, would give me a profile, which I boast now. Okay, that I was working as an angel investor with this company. That one comment on my post, my comment on their post, this is all it led to. Okay, this is the thing which I've just discussed. It's of no use to spam people. It is of no use to go and ask for jobs. It is of no use if you are running a startup to go and ask for funding. Hey, can you please fund me? Who does like that, right? Who does like that? Just take it like an example. You are going to someone's home. Okay, you won't go inside and ask them, hey, can I have the let's say apple pie, or maybe bread pudding? Can I have that? No, you don't know them. You don't just go there and ask the fancy dishes. Whatever they'll be serving you, you have to take it. Okay, it's in your home. You can do anything, and the people who know you, your parents, you can ask anything. Ask them anything that you want to eat. It's as simple as that. Okay. One of the most crucial thing, which actually separates the people who are using it in a dumb way, the people which separates people for me, that who are using LinkedIn in a dumb way or who are using it in an intelligent way. There are hundreds of fake profile who have kept HR as their title. Okay, they have thousands of users. They post like, if you want a job at XYZ company, drop your email or comment interested. I see hundred of people, thousands of people, like a herd of sheep, just go and give their email ID just like that. Do you ever hear back from those people? No, you don't. They're just collecting your data. Please be serious about giving your data out anywhere or everywhere. Okay, not everybody with a tagline HR or a recruiter is actually going to give you a job. Okay, and even if they would be genuine, do you see that thousands of other people are also writing comment interested, and how would they reach out to you if you are just commenting interested? Many posts I see every day, and still people fall for them. It's not their mistake. You all need someone to guide you. Okay, so next time when you see a post, a person who has written some big lines and telling you to get a job in big company and ask you to drop your email ID openly, okay, do not do that. Okay, do not do that. You are not going to get jobs like this. Okay, and stop sharing your personal information. That is very crucial. Okay, that can be misused. It's not advisable to keep putting your email IDs in everywhere in the hope of getting a job or getting an opportunity. Okay. Okay, this can be relevant for girls, right? Sometimes they do not accept, or maybe for everyone. Let's do not focus on one gender or a particular person only. If you are getting a request from unknown person on LinkedIn, do not ignore it. Okay, this is not a closely connected social media where you only connect with your near or dear ones. It's a professional world. You can connect with anybody who is stranger to you, and you never know, that person can become a good connection and can help you in your career aspect. Okay, I have met many people. We are standing there and let's say some I am there in some restaurant, someone is talking about startups. I just turn to them and talk them, hey, you're talking about this startup, wow, are you working in your startup? Okay, this is what I am doing. And we exchange the cards. We interacted. Okay, and next time I see that person is helping me or I'm helping that person in some of their work. Okay, I was in Starbucks in Delhi. So I heard this guy talking about growth hacking, social media growth hacking, like working on the social media strategies for startups and all that. I went to that person. I said, I found your conversation very interesting. Okay, what you do? He said, I'm a growth hacker. I said, okay, let's get connected. And next thing I see that that person is working with me. Okay, uh, almost everyone with whom I'm working do not know me personally. Okay, I have interacted or met them through my networking. That was something where I met that person personally on some coffee shop or outside. But LinkedIn can be that place as well. Okay, be connected, be open to connect with everyone. Okay, keep checking your profile, that who have sent you a request. Okay, just connect with everybody and see that who is relevant contact for you. Okay. Okay, building up your LinkedIn profile. Okay, you have just started to build your LinkedIn profile. Okay, everybody starts from zero. Do not hesitate to send requests to people or receive their requests. Okay, even there was a time in actually in 2018, I only had, in January 2018, I only had 77 connections, and I became active in August. Okay, uh, before that, I only had 200, or maximum till August, I had maximum 200 connections. But from August, I started building my profile. So you can do it like this. You are having zero connections. In 15 days, you can get in touch with 10 people. Okay, then next 10 people. Okay, let's say if you are having 200 people, make sure in next 15 days you want to get in touch with more 20 people. I'm not saying just keep on spamming people first. start building your profile. I mean, basic number of connections should always be there. It is advisable. Minimum 500 must be there. Okay, it is not a rule of thumb, but it's just it looks good that a person with 500 plus connections, it actually is being mentioned on your header that 500 plus connections are there, even if it's 501. Okay, so start from today, start from now. If you have not made an account, all those people who are talking about Insta, if you do not have any LinkedIn profile, make an account now and start building it. Maybe 10%, 20%, whatever is relevant for you. Okay. If you have a decent number of connection, let's say 200, 300. Okay. Start adding 20, 30 people in every 15 day, 20 day. Okay. Start building your profile. Next thing is, just a second. Yeah, if you want to start from today, send request to us. We'll accept you. Send request to all of our teammates. Will be your first connections. We'll help you building your profile. Okay. Many people in our Telegram community. So we are running this community, Merge Intern community. We have this Telegram channel as well. Okay, with the name Merge Intern. I'll drop a link in the chat. So many people, we dropped this information about, okay, we are running a boot camp, okay, for web development for 1 week. Many of people said, okay, we want to take a part in it, but we said there's a compulsion, you need to have LinkedIn ID. So this person from second year comes to me. Someone advised me, she said, someone advised me not to make LinkedIn ID before fourth year. I said, why and how? How is this valid? How this, even this claim is valid? He says no. They said once you need the job, only then make the profile. I said okay. If you are giving your exams for fourth year, you are sitting for placements in 1 month, and then you will start building your LinkedIn profile. And what do you think in 30 days you would build, or maybe in 60 days? She got confused. She said, so what should I do? I said, there is no compulsion that you must start at this particular point of time. Some kids, even in their 12th class, who have this passion for coding or building a career, have started to build their profile. Okay. Starting early is the key here. Whosoever is starting early is going to be the winner. Okay. Is definitely going to be the winner. There are many people who have left their studies. Okay, that is not advisable. It's a exceptional case. Okay, uh, are good in coding, regularly posting about their learnings and sharing things with people which are really helpful for the early coders. Okay, and that person, I won't take the name. Okay, due to many reasons, because I'm not allowed to take the name of that person. He got job in some very good company. Okay, just because the profile he has been building from past 2 3 years, sharing the code, sharing the learnings, whatever a project he's making, whatever the problem solving ability he has found in himself, immediately he shared that on social media. Okay, 200 300 people like doesn't matter. It's a vanity metrics, but still many people interacted with him on his posts, and there he got connected with 2 3 people who are really famous in the community, who are really good coders, who are really good teachers, and with their help he could get a good job. Okay, this is the use case which I have seen from my eyes. This is the real example which I have seen. I'm sure you will get to see many of people like them as well. Okay, the whole conversation of this PPT has been saying this since a long time. Do not ignore the opportunities that may arise. If you do not have a LinkedIn profile, please right after this session make one. Okay, it's not a compulsion to do it only for the job. You might don't even need it to get a job. Let's say you are sitting in a job. Okay, it's a, you have given up your career in on your career, that okay, I'm not going to put so many efforts, things are not going good for me. Okay, it doesn't matter to anyone else. Okay, you are doing it for yourself, you are not doing it for anyone else. Okay, and to take your career decisions, You are not supposed to take advice from people. You can take, but you are not forced to implement them. I can only tell you, but I cannot force you. Okay, but it is advisable. If you are really serious about your career and you haven't figured out things, please start with your LinkedIn profile from today. Start working on it. Even if it's there, it must be dead from few months. You must not be interacting or using it fully. You never know, whatever you are putting up there or whatever people you are connecting there can really help you in taking you ahead in your career. Okay, this is a treasure chest. That's it. This sums up my whole session. This sums up my whole conversation. Okay, so we are running this community. If you really want to be a part of it, I'm just dropping a link. If it's okay, you can share your learnings. Okay, you can reach out to us. We will help you. There are many things which you might have doubts on, so we'll be there. We all will be there. Our team will be there. We'll really help you out. And about the LinkedIn thing, if you don't have profile, even if you have profile which is of which you are not using from past couple of months or maybe since the time you have made it, start using it today. Okay, start connecting with all of your classmates, start connecting with us, find merge intern, and from there you'll get to know all of the teammates and start send requests to every one of them. Okay, so that's it, guys. I am up for the questions. I hope I've not made you bored. Okay. Questions, please.
Guys, please unmute yourself. Feel free to ask any questions.
कम ऑन यार, मेरा सेशन इतना बुरा था कि कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं आ रहा किसी के माइंड में. I think this is it. If no question is coming
Sir,
up.
I have a
Yeah,
question, sir.
yeah, Shivam.
Sir,
Shivam,
actually,
just a second.
mhm,
Not sir,
yeah,
Dheeraj. Okay, call me Dheeraj.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Dheeraj, so basically, if you post any outside link on LinkedIn,
हाँ जी.
for example, a GitHub link, so LinkedIn doesn't promote your post, so
Hmm.
it meets fewer people. So how do we manage that? Like, because if I'm posting a project that I've worked hard on, I want maximum number of people to see it, right?
Okay.
So, like, how do I uh, make people actually visit the project and make maximum people see the link, like see my post?
Okay. So, Shivam, that's a very good question. Okay. We even figured out by ourselves in the posts where we were putting link on the post itself, the reach was being hampered. This happens with all the
Hmm,
social media. ये Facebook के साथ भी होता है. Because
hmm,
ये algorithms इनकी कैसे work करती हैं? They do not promote marketing content or outward links. Okay. They do not want user to jump out of their platforms. Okay. They want to keep users within their platform.
hmm, hmm.
So do a write up after about what you are going to share. Okay, so hello guys, I'm going to share about this code I have been working on. This is the problem which I have solved. Okay, then in the last link in the first comment. Okay, last line put is that link in the first comment. We always put our links on the first comment. If you go take a look at our LinkedIn profile, Merge Intern LinkedIn profile, all the links that we have shared with people are on the first comment.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it, sir. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else, guys? And there are two, three more things. When you are sharing some picture, let's say there are 4 to 5 pictures on that you want to share on LinkedIn. That's a very interesting thing. Just convert it to PDF. Okay, then share it. If there are 4 to 5 pictures that you want to share on Insta, that's a very good option that you keep on swiping those up to 10 pictures, right? But if you want to post it on LinkedIn, just convert those pictures into PDF. It will give a feeling like you are swiping it on Instagram. Okay, it will be as smooth for users
Mhm.
to read. Okay, so yeah, up for the next question, please.
Hello, sir. I had a question. Uh, am I audible?
Yes, Shruti, you are, and I am Dheeraj, not sir. Yeah, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that you mentioned that not all the things on LinkedIn are genuine, right? So, like, if there's some opportunity from small companies, how do we identify that it is genuine? Like,
Okay. So you get to differ between the spam profiles and the genuine profiles very easily. Okay. For the spam profiles, I usually see that someone has used a picture for a foreigner, okay, of a foreigner, okay, and have lakhs of followers, lakhs of connections, okay. They are posting a job and asking everybody to write interested, okay. You are seeing thousands of people have wrote interested there, okay. This is clearly fake. There is no interaction from the other end. They are just maybe they might be asking mail IDs if they are just collecting data, okay. So that clearly is fake. So now comes to the real questions. How can you trust on a small company about which you haven't even heard yet, okay. So when you read their profiles, when you read their post, first check their profile, who is posting, okay. From that profile you get to know about the genuinity of this person. So मैं usually क्या करता हूँ, I check their previous 2 3 posts, what they have commented, what they have posted, okay. Then I check their company. Within their company there's a tab called people, okay. मैं अभी show करता हूँ, just a second. It's a simple thing but still it would be helpful for you all. I'll share my screen. आप किसी की भी कंपनी शेयर सर्च करते हो एज 11 employees, you get to know about the whole people who are working there, okay. About the people who are working in that company, you get to know about the genuinity of the company. 4 5 लोग हैं उस company में work कर रहे हैं, you will automatically judge that it is a genuine company. Then you can start the interaction, but sharing information like that is not advisable, okay. On the first go you do not share your information, okay. It's not only for the females but for everyone. Do not please be keen to share your information on first hand. First know about that opportunity, search for them, check their website, okay. This is how you judge the genuinity. And next thing is, when you have a conversation maybe over a phone call, you get to know about the person, right? So I think this is a pretty much basic thing to understand about the other person. Yeah.
okay, sir, thank.
Welcome. Yeah. Next
Sir,
question.
I had a question.
Yes.
Yeah, so actually, I've received some messages from random people to share my links of other social media and like numbers and all. So they are like from good position at company, but I don't want to share my personal information with them. So how do I tackle this situation?
Even if that's a good profile, okay, you still don't know that person, you don't trust them, okay. You first ask the purpose of asking this information, okay. The purpose why they are asking this information, okay. And the next thing is what they are looking out of this. If they are messaging you on LinkedIn, why the other profiles are being are other profiles matter, okay. You are connected to them on LinkedIn, they are messaging you on LinkedIn, why Instagram ID matters, okay. So yeah, this is where you can just ask them simply. There's no harm in being clear to a person, being a transparent to a person for their unjust ask, okay. Yeah, I think this is it.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Anyone else?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi
My
Rohit.
question.
धीरज
Hi,
धीरज
sir.
बोल रहे यार मैं मतलब
Okay. Okay. So my question is, there are many startups coming every day. So
yeah,
some succeed, some fail.
yeah,
So what things one should take into consideration while starting a startup to make it a successful one?
okay. It's a very big thing, okay. It's a very big thing. I almost lose 2 3 people out of my life due to this thing. Because I deny them to do the things which they are thinking, okay. कल ही मेरे एक बहुत पुराने फ्रेंड ने मुझे कॉफी पे बुलाया कि डिस्कस करना था उसको कि दैट ही वांट्स टू start a startup. So then there were few reality checks which I gave him, and he really felt bad. And I hope he's I'm not I hope he's not angry with me after that. So always build your profile. Okay. You can be good in your academics, that can be really helpful to you. You can be good in your job. साल 2 साल कहीं जॉब करके अपनी प्रोफाइल अच्छी क्रिएट कर लो. You get to know and learn about the industry. You get to know about how to stand in the industry, what work should be done and how it must be done. Okay. एंड तीसरा है बिल्ड गुड कनेक्शंस. ये सारी चीजें जो मैंने बोली, अब यहाँ से लिंक्डइन से थोड़ा सा बाहर आइए. You know me, okay, I am working with the investment industry. You share your idea with me. You are not saying that hey, I want funding. That will really be a ton of point. You come to me and ask, hey Dheeraj, this is what I am planning to do. Okay, this is what I want to do. I'll see that, okay, where I can guide you, where I can mentor you. It's not about asking the funding first, it's about asking a way first. Okay. Like you said, every day some startup is starting. People getting up from sleep say, hey, I have an idea. Okay, I just watch the social networking. I just saw I've read Elon Musk book. Okay, and I want to be an entrepreneur. No, this is not how it works. Lakhs of startups are there, dying every day, starting up every day, but they are not meeting or reaching out to the place they want to be. Okay. So if you take a look at all the media shares, which says that, okay, this startup raised crores, this startup raised 100 cr today. First thing I do when I read any such news is check the profile of those founders. You will get to see these persons are of average age, let's say more than 30, have spent their 4 or 5 years in good companies, or have really worked on their academics, or have learned something. This is how the startups work. यार एक मैट्रिक्स क्रिएट किया गया है कहानियों से, which says that every dropout can be successful, or everybody who has left his job doesn't want to work in 9 to 5 be a successful entrepreneur. No, it is not like that. This journey is so dark. Ask me. This journey is so dark. I have failed 2 startups, and me and my family knows what dark phases I have been through. Okay. Yeah, if you really want to do something, first learn about that, give a year to that, work on that for at least 2 years, get a good job. First, have some backup with you. Okay. If you are getting it for family, then it's good. If you're not, even if you are getting it for family, at least earn for 2 years, have a backup, then take a decision.
Okay, got it. Thank you. It was a great session.
Welcome. Anything else, guys? Anybody else? Any question, यार सेशन से हटके भी कोई क्वेश्चन है प्लीज पूछ लो.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi
Sorry,
Vinod.
sorry. Hi, Dheeraj.
That's no
Yeah,
boy. Hi Vinod.
yeah. Apart from LinkedIn, I guess Twitter is also very much active while sharing your profile, right?
Amazing. Yeah,
From
that's amazing thing. Yeah, please.
Yeah. So can you give us some tips for using Twitter, like for the professional reasons as well?
Okay. So that's a very valid thing. Okay. A lot of big entrepreneurs, let's say अगर मैं एक example दूँ, पेटीएम के फाउंडर रितेश अग्रवाल, ओयो के फाउंडर, बहुत सारे जो बड़े फाउंडर्स हैं जिनको स्टार्टअप वाले फॉलो करते हैं, दे हैव लेफ्ट लिंक्डइन एंड दे आर एक्टिव ऑन ट्विटर. ओके. क्योंकि लिंक्डइन, लाइक आई सेड, वो फेसबुक बनता जा रहा है. जरूरी है, प्रोफाइल जरूरी है, सिंस यू आर बिगनिंग योर करियर. Many people are also shifting to Twitter, okay, for the professional reasons as well. That can also be a good platform, okay. But there you cannot, limitation of words are there. Okay. जो spam content है वो वहां पे बिल्कुल वर्क नहीं करता, doesn't work in the Twitter thing. Okay. And next thing is that you definitely get to meet with few industry experts, or maybe few good entrepreneurs who have done something. But recruiters usually are on the LinkedIn. Okay. So I personally prefer Twitter over LinkedIn, because I'm not looking for job. Okay. So मुझे ये होता है कि I want to share something personally, or maybe some good content. I nowadays I have started preferring Twitter for personal purposes. If there is something still for the professional purpose, I would go on to the LinkedIn. Okay. यार कोई भी एक प्लेटफॉर्म पकड़ के उसमें अपने आप को अच्छी प्रोफाइल बना लो. ठीक है. लाइक आई सेड कि अगर किसी को नहीं जॉब में जाना, या कोडिंग के वैसे ही जैसे वीडियोस शेयर करते रहना है, जैसे कई कई यूट्यूब प्रोफाइल्स बहुत अच्छी हैं जो कोडिंग और बहुत नॉलेजेबल कंटेंट शेयर कर रही हैं इंस्टाग्राम पे. ओके. सो अपनी एक यूजफुलनेस के अकॉर्डिंग आपको अपना सोशल मीडिया प्रोफाइल चुनना है, ओके। बट लिंक्डइन आई वुड से इज अ मस्ट। उसके ना होने से कुछ अपॉर्चुनिटीज लूज कर सकते हो, उसके होने से बेनिफिट ही होगा, ओके। तो इट्स लाइक शुगर इन द टी। डाल दोगे तो चीनी मतलब चाय नॉर्मल है, ठीक है, अच्छे से पी लोगे, नहीं डालोगे तो फीकापन कड़वापन रह जाएगा,
Right, right.
है ना। तो अपना सोशल मीडिया चूज करिए जो आपको मैटर करता है, और लिंक्डइन पे एक डिसेंट प्रोफाइल बना दीजिए एंड मेक योरसेल्फ एक्टिव ऑन मेनी गुड पीपल इन द इंडस्ट्री। देयर वाज सम दिस गाय वर्किंग इन उबर, नो नॉट maybe Microsoft, this Tane Pratap. Many you can follow him. Many students or coders follow him. He's quite active on Twitter. He's not active on much active on LinkedIn. He's more active on Twitter. So yes, where you find your passion, where you find your the people who you really want to follow. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, right.
Next one.
Dheeraj, I had another question. This one is somewhat personal. Uh, many times मतलब LinkedIn पे बाकी लोगों के इतने मतलब पॉजिटिव पोस्ट देख के वगैरह थोड़ा डिप्रेशन आ जाता है. Like people are doing so much with their life and here I am stuck doing some simple code and I am not even able to like find the errors in my own code. So like how do you deal with that?
Hmm. वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन शिवम। शिवम क्या है लाइफ में ना, कंपैरिजन खुद से होता है, लोगों से नहीं होता। मेरी उम्र के कुछ लोग, ओके, दे हैव रियली मेड द बिजनेस, ओके। आई एम 28, ओके। मेरे मेरे माय फ्यू फ्रेंड्स हु हैव मेड बिजनेसेस वर्थ करोड़, millions, and here I'm starting something, okay। I'm in the beginning of something। I'm not comparing this with money। I'm comparing with this with the level of success, okay। I would say that Ritesh Agarwal is 2-3 years younger than me and still a billionaire, and I'm not, okay। I cannot feel depressed because of that, okay। There are few guys of my age are working in Google, okay। They are really happy doing things, and मैं भी happy हूँ, but अगर मैं उनसे compare करूंगा कि उनकी life बहुत easy है, 5 दिन काम करते हैं, उनको बहुत अच्छी सैलरी मिल रही है, बहुत अच्छा नाम मिल रहा है, और हम यहाँ पे इस छोटे से स्टार्टअप के पीछे लगे। नो, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट। नाउ माय ड्रीम्स आर माय फोकस इज माय स्टार्टअप, ओके। तब मैं अपनी जो हैप्पीनेस मेजर करूंगा अपने स्टार्टअप के अकॉर्डिंग करूंगा कि 6 महीने पहले मैंने स्टार्ट किया, 3 महीने पहले मैंने ये अचीव किया, और आज 6 महीने में मोर देन 20,000 स्टूडेंट आर फॉलो अस, नो अबाउट अस, एंड वी हैव रीच्ड टू दैट नंबर। दैट्स व्हेन आई वुड बी हैप्पी। अगर मैं कंपेयर कर लूं किसी स्टार्टअप के साथ अपने आप को कि जिसने 6 महीने में $1 million उठा लिया, तो मैं भी डिप्रेस हो जाऊंगा। उस डिप्रेशन से बचने के लिए मुझे कंपैरिजन को खत्म करना पड़ता है। कंपैरिजन एनीवेयर इज वेरी हार्मफुल फॉर यू। अपने आप से कंपेयर करो, सामने वाले से या साथ वाले से कभी मत करो। 10th तक ठीक था, 10th क्लास तक बिल्कुल ठीक था, 12th तक ठीक था, अब नहीं, अब बिल्कुल नहीं, ओके। कोई अच्छा
Okay,
कोडर है वो होगा, उसने अपना टाइम स्पेंड किया यार। तुम अपने आप को अगले 6 महीने में मेजर करो कि तुम्हें यहां से वहां कैसे पहुंचना, ओके।
got it, got it.
इट्स अ
Thank you.
सिंपल सिंपल साइकोलॉजी थिंग।
Hmm.
Anybody else? I'm really loving the interaction, guys. I want to know something which concerns you, something which troubles you in your mind, in your head. Okay. Can be related to LinkedIn, cannot be related to LinkedIn. Like Rohit asked, right? Vinod asked, like Shivam asked. Okay. So please, I think 5 minutes. अनमोल यार, तू तो हमारे घर का बंदा है यार, तू क्यों आ जाता है बीच में से? No, no, please, please, Anmol, please ask. Guys,
Yeah, who?
basically, I give you, Anmol, mute yourself, please. Anmol is in third year, okay. 4 months back, he reached out to my co-founder. He said, I am confused about what to do and not to do in my career, okay. So, he said, I want to be a technical content writer. I want to do coding. I want to do sales and BD. मुझे नहीं समझ आ रहा. So we figured out, we sat, we had a long interactions, and now Anmol is putting himself in as many as things he can. And he says that within that pursuit, if I find something in which I'm really good at and passionate about, I will take that as a career. So yeah, this is Anmol who's working with this. Yeah, Anmol, please.
Hello everyone. Yeah, sir. I just wanted to know who is your special person of inspiration? Like who
My
drives you every day?
who motivates me every day.
Yes.
There's not no one such person. There are many people out there, okay, जिनकी सक्सेस से मुझे मोटिवेशन मिलती है. वो मोटिवेशंस टाइम टू टाइम बदलती रहती हैं. है ना, मतलब स्टीव जॉब्स कैन बी अ पर्सन whom I can say I'm really impressed by. बट अगर उनको मैं पर्सनल लेवल पे देखूं, he was not a good person in reality. He was a better person professionally. Okay, he cared about products, he cared about vision, but he never cared about human beings. Okay, if you see his movies, if you see his documentaries, read his books, he was one of the worst personalities ever. अगर उनके रिश्तेदारों से, अगर उनके आसपास वालों से पूछा जाए, उनके फ्रेंड्स से पूछा जाए, if you read their book, but if you ask his people who have worked with him, they really admire him. ऐसे नहीं लोग लाइनों में लग जाते बाहर, या कहीं भी एप्पल के प्रोडक्ट्स जब लॉन्च होते हैं, राइट? अब तो चलो नॉर्मली मिलते हैं. वी हैव बीन इन द टाइम्स, आई थिंक आईफोन 5 मैंने लाइन में लग के लिया था. सो दैट वाज द एडमिरेशन फॉर दैट पर्सन, फॉर द कंपनी व्हिच ही हैज बिल्ट. सो दिस इज समथिंग, वी आर अ फैन ऑफ दिस legacy. So yeah, this is what motivates me. Yeah, guys, I think time is running up. Any quick questions that you want to ask now? Who's the moderator here? Moderator of the session? Yeah, does it
Uh,
involve? Yeah.
yeah, I think questions are completed. Like there are no more questions.
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Dheeraj. It was really amazing and interesting session.
Welcome.
And yeah, if you still have any questions, you can still ask. Okay. All right, there are none, I guess. Anyways,
Hello.
so I,
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Shreya.
Uh, I have one question that if we get placed in a college, then it's good for getting the job. And if not, then if we see the applicants required skill, there are many skills written. But for the freshers, we know only a few of the languages and skills. Then how we should apply for them?
अब यहाँ पे डिपेंड करता है कि आप किस टाइप की कंपनी को फोकस कर रहे हो. यू वांट टू गेट इनटू अ लार्जर कंपनी, और यू वांट टू गेट इनटू अ मीडियम एंड स्मॉल लेवल स्टार्टअप. ओके. अब उसमें आपका क्या फोकस है? क्या ऑफ कैंपस में आप किसको ज्यादा प्रेफरेंस दोगे? श्रेया, आई एम आस्किंग यू.
Yes, sir.
Would you
Uh,
give preference to a larger company or maybe a small and medium scale startup?
Uh, Means accordingly, I will see both, not completely fixed one.
Okay.
First focus will be my of getting the job.
Okay. So you want a job. Okay. So you want to
Yeah.
start your career. Okay. On campus नहीं हुआ, अब off campus में you want to go. अब यहाँ पे ना एक
हाँ.
बहुत interesting चीज बताता हूँ मैं आप सबको. सब if Hindi is okay, okay with everyone? हिंदी मतलब बीच बीच में ठीक है?
I think it's okay, sir.
ओके. मेरी टीम में नहीं चलती बिकॉज माय को-फाउंडर डजंट नो हिंदी. सो यहाँ मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है कि मैं हिंदी बोल पा रहा हूँ. ओके. सो you want to do two things. Okay. Even one of the guy in our team, who's interning with us, was very depressed about getting into a big company. Okay. आज उसका माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में इंटरव्यू नहीं हुआ, amazon में हुआ, वो इंटरव्यू नहीं हुआ ड्यू टू सम रीजन, एंड ही वाज वेरी डिप्रेस्ड कि ठीक है मैं ऑफ कैंपस जॉब ले लूंगा, लेकिन मुझे अच्छी कंपनी नहीं मिली, ये पैकेज नहीं मिला, और मेरे क्लासमेट्स इस कंपनी में जा रहे हैं और मैं नहीं गया इस लार्जर कॉर्पोरेशन में, तो मेरा क्या होगा? मेरा करियर खराब हो जाएगा. ऐसा नहीं है. ओके. you if you really want to make a career, doesn't matter small company or big company, it's just that you want to grow, you want to build something. श्रेया, मैं आपके क्वेश्चन पे relevant point पे आऊंगा, but I want to start with it. That you
Yes,
have
sir.
to decide if you are willing to make a career, you want to become a part, a small part of the bigger machinery, or a part, a biggest part of the small machinery. ओके. अब आपका करियर जो है आप पे डिपेंड है, आपके इस डिसीजन पे कि ऑन कैंपस तो आप जॉब नहीं ले पाए. अब इसमें डिप्रेस होने वाली बात नहीं है. ओके. ऑलरेडी वी आर इन अ फेज और इन अ सिचुएशन वेयर जॉब्स आर वेरी लेस. ओके. कंपनीज की भी डिमांड्स बहुत बढ़ गई हैं, और कोविड की वजह से जिनकी जॉब्स थी उनकी जॉब्स चली जा चुकी हैं, तो फ्रेशर्स को तो ऑब्वियसली प्रॉब्लम आएगी, बट इसमें डिप्रेस होने वाली बात नहीं है. यू स्टिल कैन फिगर आउट योर वे. Many small and medium scale startups,
give you opportunity to work in a core team. Okay, if that startup grows, you are a part of that growth. Okay, I met someone. So basically, I live in Ludhiana, is in Punjab. Okay, so यहाँ पे 2018 में जोमेटो शुरू हुई थी. जोमेटो का एक पर्सन आया था जो जिसने उस सिटी को हमारी सिटी को सारा शुरू करना था वहां पे ऑपरेशंस. वी इंटरेक्टेड विद दैट पर्सन. दैट जेंटलमैन वाज फ्रॉम आईआईटी बॉम्बे. So he told me that how he started his career. He said many of my classmates were going for startups, or many of my classmates were going for larger corporations. But I chose to work in a small startup, and that startup got acquired by Zomato in 2 years. Okay, and then he got a very good position in Zomato. Okay, and uske baad what he was doing, he was actually going to the places to start the operations of Zomato in that city. Such a big responsibility he was handling in Zomato. मेरे ख्याल से एक साल बाद दैट जेंटलमैन वाज हेल्पिंग जोमेटो इन स्टार्टिंग अप ऑपरेशंस इन फॉरेन सिटीज. ओके, मिडल ईस्ट या और कंट्रीज में जाके हेल्प कर रहे हैं अब वो. So he started in a small startup, worked there really hard. Luckily, that startup got acquired by a larger company. Okay, so और कुछ ऐसे पर्सन्स हैं जो मिले हैं. जैसे लास्ट हमने कुछ इवेंट किया था, उसमें कुछ स्पीकर्स बुलाए, उन स्पीकर से हमारी इंटरेक्शन हुई. Some are working in Google. They never started their career with Google. They started with career there with a small company, with a small startup. Okay, they made themselves so good. They learned so many things that when the opportunity came in the larger corporations, which were really a dream of that person, he was in a position to get a job there. Okay, so Shreya, in that case, if you really want, if you do not get a job at a campus placement, okay, now I think you have so many options now. अब आपके options limit नहीं रह गए. Okay, तो
Okay.
पहली चीज है, if you want to make a career in coding, okay, so first एक language choose करना बहुत जरूरी है. लैंग्वेज के बाद डेटा स्ट्रक्चर्स और एल्गोरिदम में बहुत जरूरी है अपनी पकड़ बनाना. उसके बाद कंपेटिटिव प्रोग्रामिंग बहुत जरूरी है टू असेस योरसेल्फ एज अ प्रोग्रामर. ओके, देयर आर मेनी
Okay.
which needs to be followed. Okay, like Akshay said in the previous session that many people are running behind artificial intelligence and machine learning. यार एक्चुअल में वो जॉब्स कहाँ हैं? Companies with the millions of data sets have a job for data scientists. Okay,
Hmm.
बेसिक्स से आपको शुरू करना पड़ेगा. उसके लिए आपको अपनी पकड़ भी बेसिक्स पे बनानी पड़ेगी. उससे आपके ऑप्शंस बहुत खुलते हैं कि आप किसी भी कंपनी में जॉब ले सकते हो. एवरीबडी नीड्स अ ऐप डेवलपर, एवरीबडी नीड्स दिस वेबसाइट डेवलपर. ओके, यू कैन स्टिल स्टार्ट योर करियर. मैंने बहुत लोग देखे हैं यार डिप्रेशन में जाते हुए कि पहले साल अच्छी जॉब नहीं ले पाए. आई नो समटाइम्स एजुकेशन लोन्स आर देयर एंड योर क्लासमेट्स आर गेटिंग गुड सैलरी पैकेजेस एंड यू माइट नॉट. बट कहीं से स्टार्ट करना जरूरी है. ओके, स्टार्टिंग
Okay.
somewhere is important. Okay, do not
Okay.
give your chances by just running behind the big thing which is not in your hand. Okay, the things which are in your hand is your time and you can utilize that with in अब कोई मीडियम स्केल स्टार्टअप है, बहुत अच्छी टीम है, 10 जाने उस प्रोडक्ट को बना रहे हैं. श्रेया, इफ यू ज्वाइन दैट स्टार्टअप and really work hard there and you see that that startup has already raised good money. Okay, साल डेढ़ साल में उसमें टीम बढ़ेगी, 100 जाने होंगे, 200 जाने होंगे. You will be a part of the core team. You will be a part of a team who has built a company, who have made a company successful. उसके बाद अगर आप अपनी किसी भी कंपनी में जॉब लेना चाहोगे, मन चाहे लार्जर कॉर्पोरेशन में भी, you would be having a profile.
Yes, sir.
शायद आपके फ्रेंड के पास जिनको कैंपस प्लेसमेंट में अच्छी जॉब मिल गई, उनके पास वो मौका ना हो,
Hmm.
आपके पास है. सो यू हैव द लार्जर ऑप्शंस टू चूज फ्रॉम.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
वेलकम. एनीबॉडी एल्स?
Sir, I think there are no more questions now.
ओके,
Yes, so I would like to thank you for making such an amazing presentation.
वेलकम.
And I would like to thank both of our speakers, actually, Mr. Dheeraj and Mr. Akshay, for enlightening us about this social media, LinkedIn, and resume building. And it was a really meaningful and amazing session. And I'm sure everyone had a great experience and learned really a lot from you. And the interaction was just really amazing, and all the doubts were cleared. So thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, so basically, all thanks to the everyone out here who have who heard us, who bear us, जिन्होंने हमें सुना, इतनी देर पेशेंस रखी और हमसे अच्छे अच्छे क्वेश्चंस पूछे. I think interactive session was more wonderful, with you all. So I think this is it. Thank you guys for your time. Okay, with this I'll sign off. I think Rasika, this is it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm signing off. Bye guys, take care. एंड लिंक्डइन पे हमें प्रोफाइल भेजो, हमारी हमें रिक्वेस्ट भेजो, हमारी टीम को भेजो. विल एक्सेप्ट, विल बिल्ड अप योर कनेक्शन नंबर्स. ओके, बाय गाइस.
Yes,
टेक
sir.
केयर.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys. So here's just a reminder that please do fill the attendance form in order to secure your certificate. And we'll be recording these sessions and posting it on our YouTube channel. So subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also follow us on social media to stay updated and to get information about later events. And so thank you everyone. Thank you for being such an amazing audience. Your response was very great and it was a great session. So thank you everyone. I conclude this session.